Like I've said, when she gets to the WNBA, she's going to be surrounded by more talent. And I didn't know the quality of talent that she has on that particular roster. If that's all true and they're healthy, you're not going to be to throw the house at her. She's going to be to come off of screens and catch and shoot, stuff that she's strong at doing that.
When a rookie starts running the show without uttering a word, you can feel the power shift shake the room. And in Indiana, that earthquake has one name: Caitlin Clark. She didn't just join the WNBA at 22. She stormed in like a ratings hurricane. Ticket prices exploded, home games turned into gold dust, and TV networks clawed for a piece of her spotlight. But the real headline wasn't on the hardwood. It brewed behind sealed doors. Insiders whisper that ever since Clark's arrival, the Fever haven't been the same. The locker room? Different. The culture? Rewired. The hierarchy? Gone. Sources tied to Pacers Sports and Entertainment claim billionaire boss Steve Simon, owner of both franchises, dropped the ultimate decree. Caitlin runs this now. From that moment, Indiana didn't have a basketball team. It had her empire.
So overall, and I've said this before, the way you can see a league's growth is when you can see how high the bottom has gotten. Last year was the peak with Caitlin Clark. Now it comes down a little bit, but where it starts to go back up, that's where you have a new bottom.
Let's spin it back to the months before the draft, because that's where the plot really thickens. Word on the street says Steve Simon wasn't waiting for fate. He was dialing up Caitlin Clark's camp long before her name ever hit the mic. And this wasn't some routine business chat. It was a masterclass in strategy. Reports claim Simon's pitch to Clark's agents came with a golden promise. She wouldn't just play for Indiana, she'd build it. Access to marketing, elite training upgrades, even say overscheduling, all allegedly baked into the deal. One insider snarked, "It's not a job, it's a joint venture." And honestly, it checked out. Simon knew she wasn't your average rookie. She was a walking billion-dollar brand in sneakers. By signing day, her team was already bypassing the WNBA office and working straight with Simon's empire on sponsorships and rollouts. On paper, it screamed efficiency. In reality, it handed Caitlin Clark a power pass no player, rookie or vet, had ever held in Indiana. And from day one of training camp, the veterans could feel the shift in the air.
There's a reason that the league has been around for 27, 28 years and never turned a profit. And 6 teams folded and 5 teams relocated. And now it went from 12 teams to currently 13 teams. Is scheduled to go to two more, expand to 15 next year, and potentially some other teams like Detroit looking to get a franchise.
The vibe wasn't toxic, just tilted. Suddenly, reporters were swarming like bees. Cameras glued to Caitlin Clark's every move, from drills to the parking lot. Even practice scrimmages started syncing to her internal clock. One veteran muttered, "We're on Caitlin's standard time now," half joking, half surrendering. Word is, the staff quietly rearranged the entire day to match her media grind. Film sessions? Delayed. Public events? Rescheduled so she could charm sponsors first. Nobody meant harm. Everyone knew she was special. But the message buzzed louder than any press conference. The Fever's gravity had shifted. And as one assistant coach whispered off the record, you can literally feel the pull.
Not that I've been told. I don't anticipate, a certain level. I'm not a huge fan of minute restrictions. I think that's silly. I told them, I don't want to come back unless I'm 100% full go. Why would I be out there to play 20 minutes? I'm out there to win and give everything I have for this team.
She never grabs control. It just gravitates to her. The whole room tilts like she's got her own orbit. To see how it got this wild, you've got to crack open Steve Simon's playbook. This wasn't chaos, it was choreography. Insiders say Simon rolled out what staff now nickname the Blueprint, a master plan to morph the Indiana Fever into the WNBA's version of a superstar empire, straight out of the LeBron, Steph, and Jordan era. Internal decks, according to staffers, hammered one message: player empowerment optics. Translation: make Caitlin Clark look like the boss, even if Simon's still pulling the wires backstage. Every unit, marketing, PR, team ops, got the same marching order. Fuse Caitlin's brand with the Fever's identity. This wasn't basketball anymore. It was a billionaire's branding experiment. and anyone daring to question it got shut down fast. It's not about comfort, they were told. It's about conversion.
The only reason that this is being entertained, the only reason people in any mass type of scale are watching is because of Caitlin Clark.
In Steve Simon's universe, empowerment wasn't kindness. It was calculated strategy. And it was about to push everyone in that locker room to their limit, starting with the head coach herself. Stephanie White was meant to be the calm captain steering the Fever back to glory. Respected, steady, adored by her players. But once Caitlin Clark walked through those doors, her coaching manual went up in flames. The team-first motion-heavy offense? Replaced overnight with more isolation plays and wide-open freedom for Clark to do her thing. Reporters caught it. Fans felt it. White smiled it off as adjusting to personnel. But insiders swear it was deeper than that. Every time tension brewed between coach and superstar, ownership had a clear favorite, and it wasn't the coach. In Simon's empire, there was only one bottom line. Caitlin Clark wasn't just part of the product, she was the product.
Can we be clear about this? If Caitlin Clark were not in the WNBA, we would not be talking about the WNBA. She's the only ticket draw in the WNBA. A large percentage of all tickets sold in the WNBA are so people can watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. No one cares about Angel Reese.
Oh, it was a no-win nightmare for Stephanie White. Push back, and she'd be out. Play along, and she'd lose her team. One insider nailed it. You can't coach freely when your boss has already picked his favorite. And it didn't take long for Caitlin Clark's brand to swallow the Fever's entire identity. Major Indiana sponsors, including High Wilson, started cutting deals straight through her image rights. Every campaign had to pass through her agency and Pacers Entertainment before seeing daylight. Even uniform photo shoots reportedly needed her camp's green light. Inside the building, the marketing team stopped pretending. They openly said, "The Fever are Caitlin Clark." Every post, every clip, every stat was judged against her highlight reel. Teammates' numbers? Background noise. Engagement ruled everything. One exec said it plain. We stopped promoting wins. We started promoting moments. And looming over it all, Steve Simon personally approved every ad script, tone, and tagline like a director protecting his star.
Hot off the press, it looked like Caitlin Clark has returned to practice. Now, we know Caitlin Clark has been missing in action for about a month now. Now, she did join the team on this trip here. They kind of released this yesterday.
He wasn't running a basketball player. He was running a full-blown empire. And that empire? Growing faster than anyone could keep up with. But behind the sponsorship smiles and PR gloss, the cracks were showing. The locker room, the soul of any real team, was splitting in two. At first, it was just whispers, side eyes after pressers, cryptic posts from players tired of being background props. Then it got loud. Veterans started feeling like extras in the Caitlin Clark show, while younger players hung on her every word. Two worlds emerged, one built on grind and patience, the other on fame and flash. None of it was Clark's doing. She never asked for the crown. But when the owner, the sponsors, and the media orbit one name, gravity takes over. The pull is unstoppable. Team dinners stopped. Group chats went cold. And when someone cracked a Caitlin Fever joke, the laughs fell flat. Steve Simon? He shrugged it off. Drama doesn't matter if we're trending. But in sports, culture is the game, and this one was crumbling. Late in the season, the storm finally hit. In a film session, Clark asked for more control. On-ball freedom, fewer decoy plays. Stephanie White pushed back. Hours later, Simon's office suggested testing her rhythm. The next night, Clark detonated. 35 points, 10 assists, highlight after highlight. The Fever crushed it. But when cameras caught White's face afterward, she wasn't celebrating. She was conceding. Everyone in that room finally saw it. Caitlin Clark didn't need to demand power. She already had it, quietly handed down from the man upstairs.
She ain't gonna be on the ball like that.
Yeah.
She's gonna be able to be off the ball. She's gonna be able to catch this ball more in her kill spots where she's more comfortable getting the bucket at. I think she has tremendous success off the top. In regards to packing out NBA stadiums and all that stuff.
When Steve Simon speaks, the entire playbook falls in line. But here's the twist. Caitlin Clark never even wanted that kind of throne. She's not loud, not arrogant, not your typical spotlight diva. Those who actually know her call her laser-focused.